Another important concept in economics is that of division of labor. The idea behind the division of labor is that individuals with lower opportunity costs will have a comparative advantage in producing some small part of a product. Let's see what Adam Smith says about the division of labor. In his book, An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of the Nations, Smith gives a real-world example of the benefits of the division of labor. Smith writes, to take an example, therefore, from a very trifling manufacture, one which the division of labor has been very often taken notice of, the trade of the pin maker. A workman not educated to this business could scarce, perhaps with utmost industry, make 1 pin a day, and certainly could not make 20. But in the way in which the business is now carried on, one man draws out the wire, another straightens it, a third cuts it, a fourth points it, a fifth grinds it to the top for receiving the head. To make the head requires 2 or 3 distinct operations. To put it on is a particular business. To whiten the pins is another, and even a trade by itself to put them into the paper. And the more important business of making a pin is, in this manner, is divided into about 18 distinct operations. I have seen a small manufactory of this kind where 10 men were employed. Those 10 persons therefore could make among them upwards of 48,000 pins a day. Each person therefore making a 10th part of 48,000 pins might be considered as making 4,800 pins a day. There are 3 reasons for the division of labor. First, workers become very good at tasks they repeat often. 2, they save time when they are not forced to switch tasks. 3, workers gain insight into particular tasks and thus are often able to develop better ways of doing their task. Let's look at an example about the benefits of division of labor here. Let's pretend that the automobile industry has 2 firms in it. Let us assume that both firms use the same basic level of technology, which uses a single worker to put on a single tire onto a car in about 3 minutes. The process of attaching the tire to a car is 1 minute to walk between cars or to the next place on the car where the tire will be attached, 1 minute to put a tire on the axle, 1 minute to secure the tire to the axle. Now let's see how the organization of the car production is impacted by the division of labor. Company A employs 4 workers to attach tires to cars. Each worker is assigned to attach one of the 4 tires to the car. For example, one worker is assigned to attach the front driver's side tire. Another worker is assigned to attach the front passenger side tire. Another is to attach the back driver tire, and another worker to attach the left or the passenger's back. Company A employs 4 workers to attach tires. Each worker is assigned to attach one of 4 tires to the car. For example, one worker is assigned to attach the front right tire. Another worker is assigned to attach the front left tire. Another worker is to attach the back right tire. Another worker is to attach the back left tire. Since all 4 workers are working independently of each other, they can attach 4 tires to the car in 3 minutes, including moving down to the next car. The company B employs 1 worker. One worker attaches a single tire to a car in 3 minutes, or takes 12 minutes because he's attaching or she's attaching 4 tires. Since Company A workers complete attaching 4 tires to the car in 3 minutes, they can attach tires to 20 cars per hour. Since the company pays $20 per hour, the total labor cost to the company is $80 or $4 per car. Company B worker takes 12 minutes per car to attach a tire to a car, and the maximum number of cars he or she can produce is 5 cars. Since Company B pays its workers $20 an hour, the total labor cost for an hour is $4 per car. Notice that while the labor cost per hour is the same for both firms, but Company A produces more cars and presumably is able to sell more cars. Now suppose Company A decides to bring a car to the workers instead of the workers going to the car. This step eliminates the need for the workers to move to the next car, taking off a minute of production, thus making the production time per car 2 minutes. Thus, in 1 hour, workers are able to increase their production from 20 cars to 30 cars. The cost of labor remains about the same at $80 per hour, but the cost per car will decline to $2.67. The firm is able to produce 62,400 cars per year. Company B continues to employ a single worker to attach tires to a car and still takes 3 minutes to put the tire on the car. The cost per labor is still $4 a car. The single worker is able to produce 8,320 cars per year. While this example does not have a complete picture of the cost of the machinery to bring the car to the workers has not been accounted for, it is clear that dividing up the job into smaller and smaller tasks actually increases production and decreases the cost of producing the car.